Hi, hello everyone. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the visitor records to extend your stay here in Canada. So in the Google tab, you type IRCC and down here you can see Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada. Click on that. And in here you can see visit. Okay, so click on the visit, and here down here on the right side you can see stay in Canada longer. So let's click on that so that we can see like what it is about. So that is extend your stay in Canada and about the document, what it is. And a visitor record, like when you come to Canada as a visitor, you use one of the document like visitor visa, or maybe you need the ETA or a valid passport or travel document. Okay. So if you want to extend your stay in Canada as a visitor, so it means that you want to stay longer than the time that allow you to stay, you will need to apply for a visitor record. And remember that visitor record is not a visa. And here down here, they can talk more about that. That is a document that allow you to stay in Canada longer. Okay, and it does not allow you to enter or re-enter Canada. So that is the difference between a visitor record and a visitor visa. All right, and a visitor record can apply inside Canada, not outside of the Canada. All right, and next we can see who can apply for that document. In here, a visitor record is for people who want to do either of the following: extend your stay in Canada as a visitor, as a worker authorized to work without a work permit, or a student authorized to study without a study permit. All right, or maybe that document can you can apply for that one to change your temporary residence category from study permit to visitor, or maybe from work permit to a visitor. Okay, and it doesn't matter if you enter Canada using visitor visa or ETA or another document. You will need a visitor record to extend your stay in Canada. Okay, and when to apply? If you want to apply to extend your stay as a visitor or change your status, you should apply at least 30 days before your current status expire. Okay, and you need to remember the expiry date for your status is on the stamp or in your passport. And if you don't have a stamp in your passport, please remember that the expiry date is 6 months from the day that you enter Canada. For that date, you need to remember, all right? And the expiry date of your status is also on your study permit or on your work permit or on your visitor record if you already have extended your stay. Okay, so now let's click on how to apply. And in here you can see how to apply. The only method that you can apply to extend your stay in Canada is online. Okay, so with the online applications, you will need to have an account. In here, create an online account, or maybe you can sign in if you have account already. So just click on that, and then we can do the form. Okay, so in here, for whoever is not having an account, then please register for an account and refer back to my other video on how to create an online account with IRCC. Okay, or maybe if you have already an account with the IRCC, that is GC key, username and password, and that is the only one that you can use, okay, to extend your stay in Canada. So let's click on here, GC key, and then let's type your username and your password in here, and then we can start from there. All right, so when I put my username and password, and then I click on the sign in, and then continue, and then the code. So they send me a passcode. Okay, I click in here, I get that, and then put it back in here and continue. Okay, and then continue, and then it will bring us to the terms and conditions. Just click on I accept, and then answering the security question. So here you go, guys. Here is the account for John Smith that I created before. To continue with an application that I haven't submitted yet, I have nothing in here. But down here, when you see the start an application, and then down here, apply to come to Canada, just click on that. In this section, if you have a reference code, then you enter the reference code in here so that you can begin your applications. However, if you haven't got any reference code at all, then you click in this icon so that they can give you to this page. Find out if you are eligible to apply. So answering those questions will determine what kind of document that you can apply for. Okay. So to find out if you are eligible to apply, the first question is, what would you like to do in Canada? In my case, I want to visit only. How long are you planning to stay in Canada? I would select temporarily less than 6 months. However, in your case, if you are holding study permit or work permit, probably you may want to choose more than 6 months, okay? But in my case, less than 6 months. And select the code that matches the one on your passport. Like my passport, I'm holding the Vietnam passport, okay? The next question is, what is your current country? It needs to be in Canada because I'm applying to extend my stay in Canada, so I need to be in Canada, not outside of Canada. The next question, do you have a family member who is Canadian citizen or permanent resident and is 18 years old or older? Yes, my son. And what is my date of birth? I just make it up. Okay, and then next. The next question, have you lived in Canada as PR or landed immigrant? No. Next. Are you a lawful permanent resident of USA? No, I'm not. What is your current immigration status here in Canada? I am a visitor. But in here, you can select your, appropriate response, okay? Like student, worker, visitor, temporary resident permit holder, or refugee claimant, or live-in caregiver, okay? In my case, it's visitor. How are you related to your family member? They are my child. And next. Are you in Canada on a parent and grandparent super visa? No, I'm not. I just visit my son. What is your marital status? I'm married. What is your province of destination? Oh, I want to stay and visit Ontario. And next. Okay, so based on my results, and here are the program that I can apply. The first one is family class for parents and grandparents. In here, the message here is you may be eligible to come to Canada through family class sponsorship. Because my son is Canadian citizen that I mentioned in the previous question, and I am his mother, so he can sponsor me to come to Canada to live with him and his family. And the second program is for visitor in Canada. In here, the note in here is you may be eligible to extend your stay in Canada as a visitor or tourist. Okay, so that is what I'm looking for now. And the next one is super visa in Canada. You may be eligible to extend your stay in Canada using a parent and grandparent super visa. However, I'm having a visa only, so I'm not doing the super visa in here. I will select on this part so that I can continue my application. All right, so stay with me. Okay, so now this page is create your personal checklist. Okay, visitor in Canada, we are almost there. Continue. Are you accompanying a family member who has status in Canada? Accompanying, it means that they come with you. Okay, so no, I go by myself, only me. When does your status in Canada expire? Let's make up the date. It needs to be 30 days before the expiry date. Okay, and then next. have you had a medical exam performed by an IRCC authorized panel physician within the last 12 months? No, I don't have. Next. Do you want to work in one of the following jobs? So you read all those and then select the appropriate response, but I don't. Okay, and next. Do you want to submit an application for a family member? No, I apply for myself only. Then next. Are you giving someone access to your application? No, because I am okay in conducting the business with the IRCC. So next. In the past 10 years, have you given your fingerprints and photo, or it is called biometrics, for an applications to come to Canada? No, I haven't done that yet. So in these questions, you have if you answer no, and then you by the end you will have to do the biometric. And if you say yes, so it means that you've done that in the past 10 years. You don't need to do anything with that. Okay, so no. And then next, there are fees associated with this application. Will you be paying your fees, or are you fee exempt? No, I won't be paying for my application fee. Next one, are you able to make a digital copy of your document with a scanner or camera? Yes, of course I have to, because that is online application. I have to upload the documents online. Next, will you be paying your application fees online? Say yes. Okay, and next. Review your answer. So you answer all those questions already in here. If you want to edit your answer, then you click in that small box with the symbol of a pen in here. Okay, so you will need to check and review your answers very carefully, because your answer will affect to your applications. All right. Okay. Wow, here, look at this. Are you able to make digital copy? By accident, I put it as no. So in here, I can change it to the yes. Okay, because if I put it that I am not able to make a digital copy, and then they will generate the checklist for me to do the paper or something like that. But in here, I can make the digital copy, so the answer should be yes. And then I update the information, and then still the same, I will pay. Yes, and then pay. Then next, make sure that everything here is correct, and then I click on the continue. Okay, so here, submitting your application, there will be some steps: step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4. Okay, for each step they have the instructions on the right side. You spend time in reading those instructions. All right, and then continue. And then here is the document checklist. The application form, the form is here. Application to change conditions, extend my stay or remain in Canada as a visitor or a temporary resident permit holder. That is a form IMM 5708. That is a required form. Okay, so again, it's form IMM 5708. And the supporting document, it has 3 required documents. The first one is a passport, and the second one is a proof of means of financial support, because you stay longer than the conditions of previous visa. So you need to prove them that how can you survive, how can you stay here in Canada. The third one is digital photo. Okay, and the next one is optional documents. That is the form IMM 5257. That is the applications for temporary resident visa or visitor visa made outside of Canada. But this one you don't need to do that. And for this client informations, if you want the IRCC know more about you and more about your case, then you can write a letter of explanations in here, so that they can understand your case more. Regarding to the fees, the first one is a visitor, that is $100, and the biometrics fee is $85. So again, if you paid for the fee, that biometric fee is already in the last 10 years, then you don't need to do that. But you will need to revise in your previous questions and answer. Okay, but in this case I answer that I never done the biometrics fee in the last 10 years, so that is why here it comes up with the fee of $85. So the total fee is $185. All right, and then that's it. And for now we have to click on this document, this form, and then we'll fill out the form. Stay with me. Okay, I will need to click in this form, and then it will bring me to that page, the form, download the form. Okay, and you can see on that screen it will comes up like this. Please wait. But all you need to do is just save this file into the folder and then open that with with Acrobat. All right, so guys, here is the form that I downloaded it and I filled it already, but I will review with you for the important thing. Okay, so first, that is UCI number. So in your paper visitor visa, they have the UCI number. The UCI means the 8 digits or maybe the 10 digits. Okay, so just check it out in your paper on your visa. The service that you want to be in English. I'm applying for one or more of the following. So in this case, I click on the extend my status as a visitor, and then the personal detail, that is your name. Number 2, they ask you about the nickname or any other name before, so no. And the gender, the date of birth, place of birth, country of birth, citizenship, and current country. You need to select Canada because you are now here in Canada and the status is visitor in this case. Okay, and then you will need to write down the status from when to when. Number 8, the previous country or territories of residence during the past 5 years. No, I never been in other country for more than 6 months, so the answer is no. And number 9, my marital status, and since when I have to put it in here. Okay, so all those are personal details. Okay, number 10, have you been married or in a common law relationship? And the languages at home is my language, the Vietnamese. And number B, are you able to communicate in English or in French? You select in your language, okay, in the language that you can communicate to the IRCC. And this one, D, have you taken a test from designated testing agency? No, I don't have it. The passport, you need to put down the passport number, the country of issues, the issue date and expiry date. Number 5 and number 6, no need to worry about that because you have your country's passport number in here already. The next one is national identity document. Do you have an ID? I don't have. US PR card? I don't have, so just select on the no. For the contact information, you write down all the information like the current mailing address or in here, the telephone in here, and the email address in here. Okay, so remember to select even the type. Everything that you see the asterisk is in here like this, and then it is a must to fill out the part so that later on they can let you validate the form or not validate the form. Okay, and this one is very important thing. Coming into Canada, number 1, date and place of your original entry to Canada. You put down the day that you came to Canada and where. Where is the first port of entry that you came. Some people Toronto, the other one in Vancouver or Quebec, Montreal, something like that. Okay, so in the custom. Number 2, the original purpose of coming to Canada. you have to click in that small arrow in here and then scroll down to see some reason like business, tourism, study, work, other, or family visit. I select on family visit. And the date and place of your most recent entry to Canada if it's not the same as original entry. So in my case, it's the same, so I just leave it here. Number 4, if applicable, that is my the document, the visitor visa in here, document number. The next one, the next part is the details of visit to Canada. Number 1, purpose of my visit. For family visit, just scroll down in here and then you can see all the reason, the purpose. Number 2, indicate how long you plan to stay here in Canada. Because in the eligibility questions, I answer the question that I stay here temporary for less than 6 months. So I put it in here like this, like 5 months. But however, if you stay here longer than 6 months, then you have to redo that eligibility questions and select on the answer as temporary more than 6 months. Okay. And number 3, funds available for my stay. I have $5,000. And B, my expenses in Canada will be paid by who? So scroll down here, myself or parents or other. I select on the other, and in here the other I have to put down the explanations. My son will pay my expenses during this time. Will pay for. Okay. And number 4, name, address, and relationship of any persons that I will visit. The name is William Smith, and the relationship to me is my son, and the address in Canada is 1234 Norway Avenue, Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Of course, we have no this address in Canada, but I just make it up to so that we can have a better understanding what we will write down in here. The next part is education. Have you ever had any post-secondary education? So if you have, then click on the yes and then put down the year of your study in here. If you don't have it, then just simply click on the no. Employment. So give details of employment for the past 10 years. So 10 years only. Okay. So for this year is 2024. It means that 10 years back is 2014. In 2014, I was a retired teacher. So 10 years already. I'm at home in Hanoi, Vietnam. Okay, so in number 2 and number 3, I don't need to worry about that because it's 10 years already in here. It covers all that period. I'm a retired teacher. Okay, and the last one, the background information. You must complete these sections if you are 18 years of age or older. The first one, within the past 2 years, have you or a family member had tuberculosis of the lungs or been in close contact with a person with tuberculosis? So no. So most of the time that I will say no, because if I say yes, then I have to explain something in here that I have the treatment, and then when it's done, like I have no other concern about my health with the spread out of that bacteria, and then I can come to Canada later. Number 2, have you had remain beyond the validities of your status? So a no and no. And this one, the tricky one, number C, have you previously applied to enter or remain in Canada? This one need to be yes, because you did apply for a visitor visa before. So in the D, in the question number D, if you answer yes to question A or B or C, then you need to provide the details. For example, in this case, I applied for a temporary resident visa and got approved. The document number is V123456789. So it just look into your visitor visa and then put it down in here. Or maybe the work permit with the W, maybe CD, something like that. Or maybe the study permit or work permit or something that can prove for the document that you applied before. Okay, Number 3, have you ever committed or been arrested for or been charged with or convicted blah blah blah? So the answer is no. Number 4, no. Okay, and number 5, no and no. Okay, like witness or participating in ill treatment of prisoner or civilians, looting or desecrations of religious buildings. So the answer is no, because it doesn't apply to my case. Okay, and here's the signature. And do you consent to be contacted by CIC or an organization at CIC's request in the future? Maybe yes, maybe no. There is no right or wrong in this one, okay? Because that one is only they ask you about any services that you received from CIC prior to the applications process. Okay, so it's up to you to select on the yes or no. But in my case, I don't want to receive any call or from any other agency. Okay, so I click on the no. And then after that, I try to validate the form. If it comes up, oh, good. It's so good. So in here, validation completed successfully. It will comes up with a barcode, some barcodes in here, okay? Here you go, here you go. Okay, that is a barcode. And up here, you can see if it is validated or not. Hey, look at that, validated, yes. Okay, so for now you save that one and then you upload it in the system. Okay, so guys, after completing the form, the IMM 5708, we are done with the form. And then let's go back to that checklist and then we upload the file. Okay, in here, click in here and then you select the file that you save it in your folder and then upload the file. Okay, it's good now. Return to your document in here. Okay, uploaded. When you see uploaded but not submitted to IRCC. And here the passport that is required. You will need to make a copy of that passport and then you upload it. And then return to your document. In here, uploaded. Okay, the proof of means of financial support, that is a requirement too. So I prove that by the letter of financial support and the bank accounts from my son, because in the form I said that my son will pay for my expenses when I am in Canada. Okay, and now upload. Okay, and I return to the document. Here you can see uploaded and digital photo. Upload the file, choose a file, and then the photo. Oopsie, I choose the wrong one. Photo. Okay, upload, return to document. Okay, so all is good now. Passport, I did uploaded. Financial support, uploaded. Digital photo, uploaded. In here, schedule 1, I don't need to do that. It is made outside of Canada. The client's information. If I have anything that I need the IRCC agents to know more about my case, then I put in here, for example, some work permit or study permit. They may want to put a study permit or work permit in here with a letter of explanation why you need to stay here longer. Okay, and then the fee here, you will need to pay as well. But let's take it to the next step. Okay, here. Okay, the required document checklist in here. Good, good, good. And then in here you agree and then put your name in here, John Smith. Security question, shawarma, and then you sign. After you sign and then transmit and pay. This one at this part you transmit and pay. You pay for your visitor visa and pay for your biometrics. Okay, and then transmit and pay. So guys, I cannot go beyond this page because it need me to pay for that demonstrations for the instruction. Okay, but in the real applications, you can click on the transmit and pay like this, and then check out, and then all set, and then that is a step for submitting the document. So I hope that everyone who apply for a visitor record to stay longer here in Canada can get it very soon. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Bye.